Hey, listen to my voice one more time. Yes, I'm talking to you. I saw what you went through yesterday. I saw the tears you tried to hide. I saw when you looked up at the sky, silent, not knowing what to say. But I understood. I know you better than anyone. I know what you're feeling, even when you don't say a word. I see the tiredness hidden behind your smiles. I know there are days when you think about giving up. There are moments when it feels like you can't take another minute. You pray even when your faith is weak. But still, you keep going. You get up even with a heavy heart. And that's why I came to speak to you today. Say your name and say, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." Because you need to remember one thing. You are not alone. I am here, and I have something to tell you. So stay with me until the end. Open your heart, because today heaven decided to visit you. I know it's hard right now, I know. I know there's a pain inside that no one sees, a distress you try to hide, even from yourself. You've tried to smile to cover it up. You've tried to distract yourself with other things. You've tried to be strong, even when everything inside of you wanted to scream for help. And you know what I want to tell you about all of this? I saw it. I saw everything. I saw the nights you cried silently into your pillow. I saw the moments when you said, "It's okay," but your heart was breaking inside. I saw the exhaustion you don't have the courage to tell anyone about. And even when everyone thought you were holding it together, I knew you were about to fall. You've been stronger than you realize. But even the strong get tired. Even those who pray every day, who serve, who counsel, who lift up others. Sometimes they need to be held too. And you know what I came to offer you today? My embrace. You don't have to pretend to be strong with me. You can break down here. You can tell me everything. You can say what you can't say to anyone else. You can even cry. I gather every tear as a treasure. I'm not shocked by your weaknesses. I won't abandon you because of your doubts. I am the God who sees beyond appearances. I see the weight you carry in silence. I hear the thoughts that disturb your mind when the world sleeps. I am here, and I say it again, you are not alone. Sometimes the silence of heaven hurts. You pray, wait, but you don't see anything happening. And it feels like everything is still, like I've forgotten you, like I'm not listening, but that's not true. Even in silence, I am working. While you think nothing is changing, I am moving heaven and earth on your behalf. I'm preparing the way. I'm taking care of the behind the scenes of your story, and in due time you'll understand that this desert that hurt you was the very place where I found you, where you cried the most. Will be where I will strengthen you the most, where you felt the most alone, will be where you will feel my love the strongest. So take a deep breath. You don't need to rush. Today is the day to surrender to my care. You've tried everything, now let me sustain you. Just trust me, now that you've heard me until now. I want to make a very special request. Don't leave without leaving your name in the comments. I want to visit you today. I want to hear your cry, dry your tears, renew your strength. Right below, Lord, visit my life. Or if you want, tell me what you've been carrying in your heart. I read it, I see it, I respond. And if you want more people to hear my voice like this video, share it and subscribe to this channel. Every day, from Monday to Monday, I've been using this place to speak to my children. And if you're here, it's not by chance. I brought you here. I led you to this message. And if you felt my presence, don't keep it to yourself. Share it. Spread the word. Someone out there also needs to remember they're not alone. You can be the channel of hope in someone's life. So subscribe, stay close. Do you know the story of Job? That righteous, upright, faithful man, a servant who feared me, who honored me, who did everything right. He had everything anyone could wish for, a beautiful family, health, prosperity, peace in his home. But suddenly, everything changed. He lost his children, he lost his wealth, he lost his health, he lost everything, everything. And do you know what he did when everything around him collapsed? He cried, he tore his clothes, he sat in the dust. But he didn't abandon me. He didn't curse, he didn't complain. He didn't let the pain cancel out his faith. He said something that still echoes in heaven today. The Lord gave, the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Even without understanding, he kept trusting. Even without answers, he worshipped me. And do you know what I did? I was with him the whole time. I heard his prayers. I saw every tear he shed. I knew his heart. And I knew that even in the pain, he still believed in me. And in due time, I honored him. I restored him. I gave him back everything that was taken, doubled. Family, health, joy, honor, everything came back because Job's suffering had an end, and so will yours. You might not see a way out right now. You might be wondering why you're going through this. But listen, your faithfulness is not going unnoticed. I see when you keep praying even when you have no strength left. When you still worship me even when you don't understand. When you wake up in the morning and say, Lord, I don't know what to do, but I trust you. That touches me deeply. And just as I did with Job, I will do with you. What seems like pain now will become a testimony. What seems like loss now will be remembered as the place where you truly saw me. You might not understand it now, but when all this is over, you'll look back and say, it was hard, but God was with me. He sustained me. He never abandoned me. And you will see it was all worth it. So even without understanding, keep trusting. Even when you're tired, keep walking. Even in silence, keep worshiping me. Because the end of your story will be as glorious as Job's, and those who see your pain now, one day will see your victory, because those who trust in me will never be put to shame. Son, daughter, you might be walking through a valley right now, but know this, I am right there with you. Every step, every tear, every tired sigh, I hear them all. I feel with you. I know the exhaustion no one sees. I see that moment when you lock yourself in your room and try to hide your tears. I see when you hold it together so you don't fall apart in front of anyone. And I want you to know, you don't have to hide anything from me. You can break down in my embrace. You can tell me everything. You can just be silent. I understand even the deepest silences. I see the thoughts that try to paralyze you. I see the doubts that scream in your mind. I see the battle you're fighting even when it looks like everything is fine on the outside. And I say, you are not alone. Do you remember David, the one who was called a man after my own heart? He cried too. He also felt abandoned. He also fled. He also hid in caves, afraid. But even in the middle of the pain, he prayed this. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. You're in the valley, but I'm in the valley with you. The valley is not your end. It's just part of the journey. It's not going to bury you. It's going to strengthen you. It didn't come to destroy you, but to reveal who you are in me. And even though you don't understand it now, I'm still in control of everything. The pain you're feeling has an end time. The suffering surrounding you has an expiration date. And until then, I won't leave your side. There's a purpose in the valley. There's a purpose in the silence. Sometimes it's in the valley that you learn to hear me truly. Sometimes it's in the dark that you see the light I've already placed inside you. The faith you're building now will be the foundation of your next miracles. So take a deep breath. Even if you're crying, keep going. Even without understanding, trust. I'm taking care of everything. This will pass. And when it does, because it will pass, you'll look back and say, God was with me the whole time. And what hurts today will be a testimony tomorrow. Because while you walk through the valley, I am the God who holds your hand and guides you toward the promise. Don't give up. I am here, and I continue to be your refuge, your strength, your peace. Do you remember Jesus, my son, the pure Lamb without blemish? the one who healed, loved, and forgave. He also suffered, he also cried. In Gethsemane he kneeled with a heart in agony. His soul was distressed even to death, and he prayed, "Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me." He sweated blood. He felt the weight of what was to come. But even in pain, he trusted. But not as I will, but as you will. That's faith. That's surrender. That's love. He felt the weight of the pain. My God, why have you forsaken me? Jesus also felt abandonment. He felt the silence. He felt the pain of rejection, injustice, and loneliness. But it was for love of you, for love of your story. And when everything seemed lost, when the silence seemed to win, on the third day, the stone was rolled away. Death was defeated. Pain gave way to glory. The cross was hard, but what seemed like the end was the beginning. The cross became victory. The pain became redemption. Death became life. And today, that same Jesus, who conquered death, who carried all suffering, he walks with you. He knows exactly what it's like to feel pain, and that's why he can comfort you like no one else can. When the pain feels unbearable, remember Gethsemane, remember the cross, remember that heaven defeated pain. You were not created to live bound by pain. You were created to live in hope. Because the one who loves you deeply has already proven at Calvary that nothing, absolutely nothing, can separate you from my love. Don't give up now. I am with you, because the pain you feel today is preparing the glory that will come tomorrow. Now listen closely to what I'm telling you. You will live everything I've promised. None of my words will fall to the ground. None of my plans for your life have been forgotten. It may have taken time. It may seem like nothing is changing. But I am the God of perfect timing, and the time for the promise is drawing near. Even this year, you will see things happening that only I could do. Doors that were closed will open. People who turned their backs on you will be surprised. Wounded hearts will be healed. What seemed dead will come to life again, because I am the God of restoration. I tell you, pain will not define you. Loss will not be your final point. The desert will not be your permanent address. You will move forward. You will prosper. You will overcome. And your testimony will reach many lives. People who don't even know you yet will hear about what I've done in your life. You will be a reference of miracle. You will be known as someone who was sustained by me. And when they ask how you managed, you will answer with tears in your eyes and faith in your heart. It was God, only God. What a beautiful message from God for you. Now, let's pray and prophesy blessings. I declare over your life right now that every prison of the mind, soul, and spirit falls to the ground in the name of Jesus. That anxiety, anguish, fear, guilt, and insecurity be undone right now. Let the peace that surpasses all understanding fill your heart. That your home be a place of healing, rest, and blessing. That your family see with their own eyes the hand of God. Where there was scarcity, abundance will come. Where there were tears, joy will come. Where there was shame, double honor will come. Where there was silence, songs of praise will come. Because God is faithful, and He will fulfill what He has promised. Don't doubt, don't fear, don't back down. Your victory is coming. And if you believe all that God has said, declare it in the comments right now. I believe in God's promises for my life, because this is the faith that moves the heavens, and those who believe will see the glory of God. Lord, at this moment, I come before your presence on behalf of every life that is hearing this message. You know each story, every tear shed, every prayer made in the silence of the night. You know, Father, the pain many have been carrying, the burden that's been heavy, the thoughts that have been troubling. But in this instant, in your name, I cry out, come with your comfort, Come with your healing. Come with your peace. Lord, touch this tired heart. Restore this faith that has weakened. Embrace this soul that feels alone. May right now, wherever this person is, your presence become real. May they feel your love surrounding them, warming them, renewing them. May all anguish be dispelled by your light. May all oppression be broken by the power of your name. Father, I pray for healing of body, mind, and heart. I pray for answers. May you speak clearly and direct the next steps. I pray for deliverance. May every trap of the enemy be undone right now. And I pray for faith, a faith that endures pain, that perseveres in the valley, that doesn't give up on the promise. Holy Spirit, breathe over this home. Renew the strength of this son, this daughter. Pour out your joy where there was sadness. Pour out your hope where everything seemed lost. Fill this home with peace. Fill this heart with courage. And may this prayer be a milestone, a turning point. From this moment on, let everything begin to change. I declare in the name of Jesus, the heavens are moving in your favor. The angels of the Lord are encamped around you. The time of shame is ending, and the time of honor is beginning. You will see with your own eyes the miracle happen, and nothing and no one will be able to stop what God has already determined. Thank you, Lord, because you are with us. Thank you because you hear and respond. Receive this prayer as a sincere cry from one who believes, waits, and trusts. In the name of Jesus, amen. If this message spoke to you, if at any moment you felt God embracing you, keep this in your heart. You are not alone. He is with you. He is taking care of you. And He will surprise you. Tomorrow there will be more. And every day God has a new word for you here, because He never grows tired of caring for, comforting, and speaking to those He loves. So if you haven't done it yet, subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, like, comment, share. This space is His and you are part of it. And as long as I can, I'll be here, being just a voice, but the voice that carries the presence of God. Son, daughter, it's not over yet. There's still more I want to say to you. You think it's the end, but in reality, I'm just beginning something new. You see ruins, I see foundations. You see losses, I see space to restore. You see silence, I see the perfect place for my voice to echo. I am not a God of halves. What I started, I will finish. And everything you've placed in my hands, I'm taking care of with diligence, love, and purpose. Have you ever stopped to think about how many times I've delivered you and you didn't even notice? How many nights you cried yourself to sleep, and yet the next day you found strength to continue? Do you really think that came from you? No, son. No, daughter. It was my hand holding you. It was my breath renewing you. Have you ever been afraid of not making it, of not finishing, of disappointing everyone? I know you have. I saw those thoughts. I heard the silent cries of your heart, but I also held tight every part of you that wanted to fall apart. Because when you thought you were going to fall, I placed my arms beneath you. When you thought you were alone, I was already preparing help. Son, there is nothing you go through that I don't see. No pain I ignore. No tear falls without me wiping it away. Remember when Peter walked on the water? He walked looking at Jesus, but when he noticed the wind, he started sinking. And what did I do? I reached out, my hand, even when his faith failed, even when fear spoke louder, even when he doubted. I was there, and that's how I'm with you now. Even if you're sinking, even if the wind seems stronger than your faith, I'm still here, with my hand extended. Just look into my eyes. Don't take your eyes off me. Don't get distracted by the noise of the waves. Don't believe the enemy's threats more than my promises. Because the truth is, you were called to walk on water, not to sink in it. You were called to overcome fear, not be dominated by it. Daughter, remember when Martha and Mary cried over Lazarus? They said, if you had been here. But what they didn't know was that I was never absent. I waited for the exact time. I waited until everyone said, it's too late now, to show that when no one else can do it, I still can. And I said, Lazarus, come forth. And what was dead came back to life. And today I ask you, what's dead inside of you? What have you buried in your heart? The dream, the hope, the will to keep going. Son, daughter, I am the one who calls things back to life. Don't fear the time. Don't fear the delay. What is yours in me never gets lost. The promise that came out of my mouth will not be forgotten. You say, but Lord, I've sinned. And I answer you, where sin increased, grace abounded all the more. You say, but I have drifted away. And I say to you, I would leave the 99 to come after you. You say, but I am not worthy. And I declare, it was for you that I gave my son. His blood makes you worthy. You are not a mistake. You are not what they said about you. You are not your past. You are mine, chosen, loved, protected. So come back into my arms. Come back to the place where you always belonged, because here there is healing. Here there is renewal. Here there is life. It's not over yet. And I have so much more to reveal to you. Stay with me. We still have a beautiful journey ahead. I am your father, and I will never give up on you. Child, have you ever stopped to imagine how much I dream about you? Yes, I have dreams, and in all my dreams, you are in them, not as someone lost, directionless, but as someone restored, whole, filled with my presence. You see yourself broken, but I see pure gold being refined in the fire. You feel forgotten, but I have your name written on the palm of my hand. You are more precious than you imagine, and even when everything else says otherwise, I continue to affirm you are my masterpiece. Do you know those days when you feel like you're just going around in circles? That nothing is changing, that everything seems still. It's on those days that I am working in silence. It's in those moments that I am building something eternal inside of you. Child, don't despair over the process. Every seed needs a time before it can bloom, and even beneath the soil, out of sight, it is alive, it is growing. So it is with you. Even when no one sees, I see. And when the right time comes, and it will come, you will see with your own eyes all that I have promised. You won't just survive, you will thrive. You will bear fruit. You will sing a new song, because I am the expert in turnarounds. I am the one who turns tears into testimonies and pain into purpose. So rest. I am taking care of every detail, even those you don't notice. Stay strong. The journey is not easy, but it's worth it, and you are not alone in a single step of it. Child, have you noticed how I love details? I designed each flower with a unique shape. I painted the sky with colors that change with each dawn. I crafted the sound of rivers, the scent of trees, the rhythm of the wind. And do you really think I'm not taking care of the details of your life? Nothing escapes my eyes. Nothing slips through my control. I saw that prayer you made in silence. I saw the message you wanted to send but didn't have the courage. I saw the hidden longing in your smile. I saw the strength you had to muster to not fall apart in front of anyone. And I drew near. Maybe you didn't feel it, but I was there, covering you, hugging you, holding you up. You don't need to prove anything to me. I know you better than you know yourself. And still, I chose to love you with eternal love, to love you without limits, to love you even with your falls, doubts, and weaknesses. Child, if only you knew how much I rejoice just in seeing you try, how much I celebrate each small step you take in the right direction. You wouldn't be so hard on yourself. You wouldn't judge yourself so harshly. You'd learn to rest in my love instead of trying to earn it. I didn't come to condemn you. I came to save you, and my love is what transforms you. So stop comparing yourself, stop thinking you're behind. You're exactly where I wanted you to be, so I could reach you now. This is the time for a new beginning. This is the time for grace. This is the time for me to remake what was broken. Do not fear. I am with you, child. Do you remember the last time you smiled for real? The smile that comes from the soul, not just the lips. The one that doesn't fake strength, but overflows with peace. Because I want to return that smile to you. I want to restore the joy the world tried to steal. I want to breathe life into the places inside you that have become dry. I know. The pain hardened you in some areas. You had to be strong for so long that sometimes you forgot how to rest. But now it's my turn. Now is the time for you to place that heavy burden in my hands. Enough of trying to carry everything alone. Child, your struggle was never only yours. Your battle has always been mine too. And when you no longer had the strength to pray, it was my spirit interceding for you with unutterable groans. You were not forgotten. You were not ignored. You were sustained in silence. And now I tell you, prepare to see what natural eyes cannot see. Prepare to live the supernatural. Because while you waited, I was at work. While you cried, I was writing a new chapter. While you thought it was the end, I was announcing a new beginning. Nothing was in vain. Not the pain, not the silence, not the time. Everything will be used for your edification. And you will see with your own eyes the fulfillment of every promise. So take a deep breath, lift your head, and keep trusting, because what comes from me is always worth the wait. Child, have you ever wondered why some doors closed? Why certain paths that seemed promising simply didn't work out? Maybe you thought it was punishment, or that I left you alone in that decision. But today, I want you to understand. It was deliverance. Some doors, no matter how beautiful they seemed, hid traps. Some opportunities that looked like blessings were going to pull you away from me. And I love you too much to let you get lost. You didn't see it, but while you cried over the no you received, heaven was celebrating the yes that is still to come. What I have prepared for you is greater than what you lost. Safer, purer, more eternal. Trust in my no, just as you trust in my yes. Because even heaven's silence carries purpose. Even the waiting time is filled with my presence. I'm teaching you to walk by faith, not by sight. To trust me even when you don't understand. To follow me even when everything says to stop. And do you know why? Because those who trust in me will never be disappointed. Those who wait on me will never be ashamed. And those who walk with me will arrive where human eyes never imagined. Child, keep seeking me, keep listening to me, even if the world shouts, even if fear tries to dominate. I am stronger than all of this. You will not be confused. You will not be forgotten. You will be guided step by my faithful hand. I am the God who makes a way where there is no way. I am the God who brings water out of the desert. And I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. You are not drifting. You are being led by the Creator of the universe. Child, don't worry about the time that has passed. I am the Lord of time, and what seems lost to you, to me, is just a point in the line of eternity. You look at the calendar and think, it should have happened by now. I should have achieved it by now. I should be somewhere else. But I tell you, you are exactly where you need to be to live what I have prepared. Time hasn't delayed you. Time has shaped you. Each season, each silence, each tear. All of it was a tool in my hands to form something eternal within you. Remember Joseph? He dreamed big. But before the palace came the pit. Before honor came rejection. Before fulfillment came silence. And even then, in every place he was, I was with him, and so I am with you. You are not forgotten. You are in process. And when the time is right, nothing can stop what I have decided. Not injustices, not delays, not opposing opinions. Because when I bless, no one can curse. When I raise up, no one can tear down. And when I choose to act, no one can stand in my way. So son, daughter, don't get stuck on what hasn't happened. Live with the certainty that if it hasn't happened yet, It's because I'm preparing something even greater. Your tomorrow doesn't depend on what went wrong yesterday. It only depends on my word. And my word will never return empty. You're not at the mercy of chance. You're in the hands of the author of history, and your story hasn't ended yet. Son, daughter, do you remember when I made manna fall from the sky? They had no way to plant, no way to harvest, but they had a promise. I am the God who provides, and every day, without fail, the sky opened up, and the food came. This wasn't just provision, it was a daily reminder. You are not alone. I take care of you. And that's what I want to remind you of today. I am the God who provides. Whether it's peace in the storm, strength in the weakness, joy in the pain, or answers in the confusion, everything you need is in me. You say, but I can't see a way out. And I respond, I am the way. You say, but I don't understand what's going on. And I say, trust me, I'm in control. You say, but I don't have the strength anymore. And I declare, then let me carry you. Son, daughter, you don't need to know how it's going to happen. You just need to know who is with you. I'm the one who opened the Red Sea. I'm the one who brought down the walls of Jericho. I'm the one who made water come from the rock. I'm the one who fed multitudes with just a few loaves and fish. I am the same, yesterday, today, and forever. So rest, because where your resources end, my miracle begins. Son, daughter, have you noticed how a seed grows? It's placed in the dark, it's buried, and for a time, it seems like nothing is happening. But inside, where no one can see, it's being transformed. Because before it can bloom outward, it has to grow roots inward. And that's what's happening with you. Maybe you feel forgotten, hidden, buried. But what the enemy calls the end, I call preparation. I'm strengthening your roots, firming your faith, aligning your heart with mine. It's not wasted time. It's foundation time. You haven't been abandoned. You've been planted. And in the right time, you will bloom. People will see the fruit, but only you and I will know the process. The tears, the silent nights, the waiting days. And on that day, you'll understand every moment was worth it. Because when I make something grow, no one can stop it. When I bless, no one can interrupt it. When I say, it will bloom, not the drought, not the wind, not the hard soil can stop it. Son, daughter, the harvest time is coming. Remain in me and everything I promised. It will bloom before your eyes. Son, daughter, have you noticed how I've always used the unlikely? Moses said he didn't know how to speak. Gideon saw himself as the least in his family. David was the forgotten one among his brothers. Mary was just an ordinary young woman. Peter was impulsive. Paul had a heavy past. And yet, I chose them. I used them. And through them, I did the impossible. Do you know why? Because I don't look at things the way man looks at them. I don't see appearances, degrees, or status. I see the heart, and your heart, I know it. I know your sincerity, your inner struggles, your desire to get it right, even when you stumble sometimes. And that's why I'm telling you today, you are part of my story too. You've been called. Oh, too, you carry a purpose too. It doesn't matter what others have said about you. It doesn't matter if they doubted your abilities, if they mocked your dreams, if they pushed you aside. I'm the God who lifts up those who've been left behind, who exalts the humble, who turns shepherds into kings and fishermen into fishers of men. Don't underestimate what I can do through your life. If you give me everything, even the little, I'll make it overflow. Because in my kingdom, the unlikely are the chosen, and the weak are made strong. So rise up, walk with me, let's write a new chapter together. You are an answer to prayer. You are a tool in my hands. You are so much more than you realize. Son, daughter, have you noticed how many times it's in the desert that you hear my voice the clearest? The desert seems like loneliness, but it's where I speak to you personally. The desert seems like scarcity, but it's where the manna falls from the sky. The desert seems like a lost path, but it's where I guide you, by day with the cloud, and by night with the fire. You're not there by accident. That dry, directionless, unexplained place. It's exactly where I'm teaching you to trust, because in the desert I remove distractions. In the desert I break the noise, and then, in the silence, you learn to hear me more clearly. I didn't bring you here to abandon you. I brought you here to transform you. Have you been feeling pains you can't explain? Do you miss a time that won't come back? Have you wished that it would all pass quickly? I understand. I see. But remember, even Jesus went through the desert before starting his ministry. It was there he faced the enemy. It was there he overcame. And it was from there that he came out filled with the power of the Spirit. You are also being prepared. This time is not a punishment, it's a process. You will come out of it different, stronger, more mature, filled with my presence. And when this time ends, because it will end, you'll look back and understand. It was there you truly learned to trust. So don't fear the desert. I'm in this place with you. Every step you take is guided by me, and the promise still stands. Son, daughter, I know that sometimes you want to understand everything. You ask, why, Lord? Why did this happen to me? Why did that door close? Why does it seem like everyone is moving forward except me? And I, with love, answer you. Not everything needs to be understood right now. Some answers only make sense once you've crossed through. Do you remember Joseph? He was betrayed by his brothers, sold as a slave, wrongfully imprisoned. But in the right time, he was exalted and placed in a place of honor. And only then did he understand. All of that wasn't for evil. It was to save lives. Son, daughter, I know what I'm doing. Even when you don't understand, I remain good. Even when it hurts, I remain your father. Even when it's confusing, I remain in control. You don't need to know what's coming. You just need to trust the one who's guiding you. You say, but it's so dark. And I say to you, then trust even more, because I am your light. You say, but I'm so weak. And I answer, in your weakness, my power is made perfect. You say, but it's hard to keep going. And I sustain you step by step. And I carry you when you can't walk anymore. And I embrace you when the world hurts you, and I renew you when everything seems to fall apart. You are not alone. You never have been. Even when no one understood, I understood. Even when no one heard, I heard. Even when no one stayed, I remained. You are mine, and those who are mine I never abandon. Never. Son, daughter, have you noticed how a seed has to be buried in the dark before it can bloom? It's placed in the soil alone, in silence, but inside, in what seems like the end, is the beginning of something new. Maybe you're going through that time, a time of silence, a time of waiting, a time when no one sees what's happening. But I see. I see the invisible growth. I see the roots going deeper. I see the preparation happening in secret. And when the time comes, oh, when the time comes, everything that was planted with tears will be harvested with joy, because I am the Lord of time. I'm never late. I'm never early. I act at the perfect time. So don't try to compare yourself. Don't look at others thinking you're falling behind. Everyone has their own time. Everyone has their own season. And your time is in my hands. I know what you need. And I also know what you're not ready to receive yet. So trust, rest, wait on me. Because when I decide to act, no one can stop it. And what I've prepared for you is greater than you can imagine. You've prayed, and sometimes you think your prayers are in vain. But I collect every word. I receive every cry. I see every tear. Nothing passes unnoticed before me. Nothing is wasted. Stay strong. Keep believing, because the harvest time is coming, and when you least expect it, what seemed impossible will bloom before your eyes. Son, daughter, You are not being ignored. You are being shaped. You have not been forgotten. You are being prepared. I know that sometimes it feels like everything is at a standstill, like the promises have been left behind, like the words you heard no longer make sense. But that's where faith is proven. That's where trust matures. That's where your heart learns to rest, even without understanding. Do you remember Joseph? He dreamed big. But before he saw his dream come true, he was betrayed, sold, imprisoned, forgotten. And yet, even in the injustices, even in the pain, I was with him. Because the place of honor requires structure, and structure is built in the hidden place. What I have for you is so big that if I gave it to you too soon, it could crush you. So I'm strengthening your shoulders. I'm aligning your heart. I'm teaching you to depend not on what you see, but on what I've said. Because my word doesn't return void. And everything I've promised will happen at the right time, in the right way, in a way only heaven can do. So don't give up now. Don't stop in the middle of the journey. You've come so far. You've already won battles you thought you couldn't bear. And if you've come this far, you'll make it to the end. Because I'm with you, with every step, with every tear, with every victory. The best is yet to come. Son, daughter, do you remember when it all seemed to be falling apart? When the ground disappeared beneath your feet and you thought you couldn't bear it? Well, look where you are now. You survived. You're still here. And that's no accident. It was my grace that sustained you. It was my love that held you. It was my hand that lifted you, even when everything in you wanted to give up. You are not weak. You are strong. Because whoever carries my presence carries a power that the world doesn't understand. And even if the winds try to knock you down, even if the storms try to confuse you, you will remain standing, because I've set you on the rock. And whoever is in me does not fall. They mature, does not break, they bloom, does not get lost, they grow. Your days of loneliness are numbered. Your tears were not wasted. I count every single one of them. I gather them one by one like seeds. And soon you will see the fruits. Son, daughter, the time for the harvest is near. The time for renewal is coming. And when you look back, you will understand. Every wait was necessary. Every silence had a purpose. Every pain taught you something eternal. Because I am your Father. And everything I do has a greater end, to form Christ in you. And everything the enemy tried to use to destroy you, I am turning into a testimony. You will not be known for your wounds, but for the healing that I made spring up from them, a letter from your Father to you.